Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of the Coffee and Hair Show. We're going to be doing 3 shows this week. This is the week of Free Comic Book Day, coming this Saturday, a yearly event that we're always looking forward to. Just wanted to take you through a few details on that, take you through what some of the titles are this year for the Free Comic Book Day titles. So yeah, plenty to get through, and then of course we'll do our usual what's new in this week, and also the new single issues this week going on the racks as well. So yeah, so Free Comic Book Day, it's this coming Saturday the 4th of May. Conveniently Star Wars Day as well. But yeah, always our busiest day of the year. Interestingly, we see people on Free Comic Book Day and then we don't see them for another year, which is sort of counterproductive in a way, because the whole point of Free Comic Book Day is to get people into stores, let them know what's out there, the choice that's out there, and hopefully build up a new customer base as a result. So yeah, Free Comic Book Day, what happens is all the major companies put out Free Comic Book Day titles. Now, the stores pay for them. We don't pay quite as much as obviously the mainline titles that go onto the racks on a weekly basis, but we do pay for them. It is a substantial investment on our part to get all of these titles in. So every store does it in different ways. You know, so for us, it's buy anything in store, get a free comic. So you could buy a bar of chocolate and have a free comic. If you spend £5, you can take 3 free comics. If you spend over £10, take as many as you want. Now, when we say take as many as you want, it's a case of maximum 1 per person of any title. You know, we don't allow people to come in and lift 5 of the DC title or 10 of the Marvel title. We want to get these books into as many hands as possible, so we want to be fair about it. Other places might do it differently. That's completely up to them, but for us, it's all about trying to make sure that no one's disappointed on the day. We order in loads and loads of copies, so hopefully everybody who wants specific titles will get those specific titles. But we will also do our part to make sure of that as well. So yeah, it's there'll be discounts on the day as well. You know, we'll have 10% off all graphic novels, and that's all graphic novels. That's not a select range. That's all graphic novels are 10% off. All omnibuses are 10% off as well. All comic packs are 20% off. All merchandise is 20% off. That includes hot toys, that includes statues, that includes any type of merchandise in store is 20% off. CGCs, we're going to have a range of CGC comics on the day, which we've taken in some new ones recently. It's going to be 20% off those as well. And then the last thing I think I should announce, I was going to maybe keep it quiet until the day, but all pop vinyls in the store will be £5. That's all pop vinyls. Don't care if they're brand new. Don't care if they're, you know, larger ones that incorporate a couple of characters, whatever. All pop vinyls on the day will be £5. And we have a big range of DC Multiverse figures, and they're all going to be £8 each. So again, it doesn't matter if it says £18 in the box or £25 in the box or whatever, they're all going to be £8 as well. So loads of great offers on the day. So hopefully you guys can, you know, take advantage of that and, you know, feel like you've got good value out of the store, and then pick up your free comics as well. So yeah, anyway, so to take you through the list, as I say, you've got a little bit of everything in here. So, you know, we kick things off. We've got an Initial D Free Comic Book Day. We have Witches of Brooklyn. The other good thing about Free Comic Book Day as well is there's all ages titles all over the place. So there will be stuff here for younger readers and so forth as well. We have Far Cry, Cull the Herd. A little one that calls back to the nostalgic 90s for me, Street Fighter versus Final Fight. Valiant Comics are going to be making a bit of a comeback this year with a brand new universe and some spanning of titles. So this is the exciting beginning of The Valiants. We have the Archie Horror Presents the Cursed Library Prelude. So this is part of the Archie Horror series, which has been pretty awesome. You know, everything from Afterlife with Archie to Sabrina and all sorts. Next up, we have free 10-ton press, Tons of Strange. This one is no doubt going to be one of the big ones, because I believe it shows off a new character called Who is Night Watcher. So this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So Turtles is going to be getting a new jumping on point for a lot of readers. Jason Aaron's taking over the range. There's going to be TMNT Alpha to set that up, and then onto the main title. Another big one is definitely Absolute Power. This is to show off the upcoming DC event from Mark Waid and Dan Mora. We have Free Comic Book Day, Disney Villains Maleficent as well. So this is part of a range of books in the last little while, coming through Dynamite, focused on Disney villains. We've got the Worlds of James Tynion IV. You can see characters on the front there from Something That's Killing the Children, and from Winds, and from The Woods. So little spotlight on Tynion. Next up is Mad Magazine. It's absurd, it's insane, it's mad. This is a job for it. Crap, I'm already in costume. So that's another of the DC books. We have Barkham Asylum, which I've been waiting on for quite some time because it just sounds great. But again, another example of a good all ages one. We have Johnny Quest from Dynamite Comics, Joe Casey writing that. Sure to be another big one is Spider-Man Ultimate Universe. So again, showing off the upcoming directions for these characters and for these titles. Another DC one is Barda, of course, Big Barda, wife of Mr. Miracle, one of the leaders of the Female Furies. Again, looks to be an all ages one. We have Flash Gordon, which I know a certain person is very, very excited about. So 10 Years of Mad Cave. So Jeremy Adams writing that, actually, who's the current Green Lantern writer. Next up is a twofer, which is Katie the Cat Sitter and Max Meow. So again, it's really good making sure that there are titles for younger readers as well. Next up is Blood Hunt. So again, this is going to be setting up the Marvel event, which coincidentally starts this week, which is weird that the event starts within the Free Comic Book Day issues 3 days later. But you've also got in here is the Uncanny X-Men by Gil Simone and David Marquez. That's going to be teasing the direction that the X books are going to go in. Sure to be another big one. This is the Energon Universe 2024 special. So I may have already read this. It is awesome. It's basically filling in the blanks of what happened to Megatron. So again, that's going to be a big one. Next up is The Loud House from Paper Cuts. So again, based on the Nickelodeon show, I believe. Stories from the Atlas Comics Library. So some stories from the comics of yesteryear. Collected all into one. We have Unicorn Crush, another Phoebe and her unicorn adventure. Ultra Duck. Next up, which is from Arcana Studios, I think. Another one that a few people have asked me about is Gatchaman, which is a new issue 0 essentially. So it's obviously going to be paving the way for a new title. We have The Night Librarian. So again, we're into the all ages territory there, as we are with Investigators, which seems to be one every single year. Investigators, they never seem to miss a trick. Next up is Cursed Verse. So from American Mythology, we have The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Comics. Again, they always do one of these every year just to showcase the sort of more collector side. Next up is Snoopy, Beagle Scout Adventures. We have Pokemon Adventures as well, which is the Ruby and Sapphire. Free Comic Book Day for Star Wars. So 2 action-packed stories featuring Vader, Leia, Luke Skywalker, more classic characters. We have Hellboy from Dark Horse. Also has some Stranger Things content in there as well. One Piece. So again, Viz will always do some stuff as well with regards to the manga side of things. We have another one that's sure to be a big one, which is Conan, A Battle of the Black Stone, which is again showcasing the upcoming events for Jim Zub's excellent Conan run. Doctor Who. So this is showcasing the 15th Doctor. Faces a fearsome new threat. So written by Dan Waters on that one. We have I Lie Popeye. So coming from, this is Popeye 95 years strong, so from Massive Publishing. So they must be planning some Popeye stuff this year to celebrate that milestone. Next up is Unico Awakening. So another all ages one. We have Fallout Boy's Pete Wentz doing Dying Inside, which is from Vault Comics. Vault Comics always put out some good stuff. Next up is Gannibal, which is streaming now on Hulu, apparently. This is a Blaze manga. We have the Boombox 10th Anniversary Extravaganza. You can see Zaya on the front there, or Zala, sorry. Romeo vs. Juliet, a Kill Shakespeare adventure from Kill Shakespeare, as I say. Then you have the Marvel Voices, which is a #1, which again is showing off characters such as Miles Morales, and Spider-Boy, and so on and so forth. And we finish off again with all ages wonderful stuff with Spidey and his amazing friends. So yeah, so we have multiples of all of those. In some cases we're more than others. The Marvel ones we have 100 of, the DC ones we have 100 of. The Energon Universe I think we've got 80 of. A lot of them we've got a sort of 20 to 25 copy, but a lot of them will just appeal to certain people rather than the mass market that you will with DC and Marvel stuff. So yeah, as I say, they'll all be laid out in the store on the day. The other thing is we may have to control the amount of people in store at any one time. As I say, it really does surprise me every year when just how busy it is. So we may have to limit people at a time, but then it'll just be a one in, one out, so it'll not be like you have to wait for long or anything like that. But yeah, as I say, guys, if you can make it down to us, we'll look forward to seeing you. Make sure you go to other comic stores as well on the day, because every store does different promotions, every store does different things. And maybe if you go to one store and they don't have a free comic that you're after, another store might have it. So hopefully you don't end up disappointed. And Free Comic Book Day is always a day for the customer, you know. So hopefully you guys can take advantage of it. Anyway, as I say, tons of discounts on the day. Open at 9 o'clock sharp. Really looking forward to it, guys, and I look forward to seeing you then. So see you at Free Comic Book Day this weekend.